Hey everyone, this is Mrs. Morgan. After this lesson, you will be able to simplify mixed expressions and complex fractions. A mixed expression is a whole number and a fraction to be combined. Your directions will be to write each expression as a rational expression. And our hint here is to definitely get a common denominator. How we're going to do that is, right now this 3, it doesn't have anything underneath of it. So what we'll do is we'll do 3 times x minus 2 over x minus 2. Because that quantity is 1, but that way we get that common denominator that we want. Because now they both have x minus 2. So we'll go ahead and distribute, and that gives us 3x minus 6. And then on the other side, plus 7. So when I combine these two, I will have 3x plus 1, and then our x minus 2 is our common denominator, so we will have 3x plus 1 over x minus 2. Okay, and just another example for this. Again, we're going to need to get our common denominator, which in this case is going to be that d minus 7. So actually, let's see here. All right. Clone that down. So I'm going to multiply by d minus 7 over d minus 7. Because again, I will then have my common denominator of d minus 7, but I'll need to clean up the top. So I will need to distribute fully up here. So we will have d squared minus 6d minus 7d plus 42. And then also my d plus 1 is going to come down. So plus d plus 1. And then I'm going to combine my like terms. So I can combine the negative 6d, the negative 7d, and this d here, which technically has a 1 in front of it. And that should get me a final answer. We'll have a d squared. Negative 6 and negative 7 is negative 13. Plus 1 is negative 12. And our 42 and our 1 combine to make plus 43. And all of that goes over d minus 7 because that was our common denominator. Next, we're going to be talking about complex fractions, which we're not going to use a calculator for, otherwise why would I teach it to you? And no, you don't get to tell me to skip it. So our example, if a race car can cover 1/4 of a mile in 3 1/8 seconds, what is its average speed in miles per minute? Well, a couple of reminders. To divide by a fraction, remember that we multiply by the reciprocal. And also, remember to handle mixed numbers as improper fractions. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get miles per 1 second. So we're going to divide. This first piece here, 3 1/8, is actually, if I multiply and then add, I have 25 over 8. And so then the first one stays the same. We will multiply by the reciprocal 8 over 25. And when I do that, my 4 simplifies to 1, my 8 simplifies to 2, and what I have is 2 over 25 miles per second. And that's 1 second. So now we need to change that, though, to miles per minute. So how we're going to change that is we will have, actually it's going to be a lot like our dimensional analysis that we've already done. We'll have 2 over 25 miles per 1 second. And then what we'll do is we want minutes on the bottom, so we're going to do 60 seconds on top over 1 minute. Because when I do that, my seconds cancel, and I have my miles per minute that I've been wanting. So then it's just a matter of handling the numbers. So 2 over 25 times 60, which all of this is just happening straight from the top. I can put my 60 over 1. 25 will turn into 1. Wait, no. 25 and 60 both have 5 in them. So we'll divide that by 5. That's 5. And 60 divided by 5 is 12. That's better. So what we have is 24 over 5. And for our final answer, 5 goes into 24 4 whole times with 4 left over. So 4 4/5 miles per minute. Finally, we're going to simplify each expression, and again, we will multiply by the reciprocal. We don't really need to worry so much about the improper fractions bit here. So I have my expression, and we are going to oh dear, nope. Okay, we're going to write it. Our top number, or our numerator in this case, is going to stay the same. So we will have a to the 5th b over c squared. Instead of dividing, we're going to multiply, and we're going to take the reciprocal of the bottom. So c to the 4th goes on top, and ab to the 4th goes on the bottom. And then we just simplify from here. So our c squared cancels entirely. We'll just have a 1. Ooh, that cancels. And the c squared and the c to the 4th, this will turn into c squared. Our a turns into 1, a to the 5th turns into a to the 4th, and our b simplifies, and this b goes to b to the 3rd. And then if I just go straight across, I have a to the fourth c squared. And on the bottom, the only thing I have left is b to the third. Thanks for listening. Let me know if you have any questions.